say, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Good morning. Good morning. Good fucking morning. Almost not sick. Almost. I'm right there. I'm almost not sick. Denims talks about you. Dude, I only watch Denims clips offline. Yeah, with my pants off. Yeah, I can't watch those on stream. Yeah, just shouldn't bother. Stand alone. Bro in chat says, stay strong, bro, heart. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that you got to check, okay? And here's the thing that you got to understand, okay? Here's the thing that you got to understand. All right. And hold up. Give me one second. Here's the thing that you got to understand. Any other man in my position would be freaking the fuck out. Any other man in my position would fade into obscurity. Any other man, check Denim stream title. Listen, guys, I'll be real. I want nothing to do with these other people anymore. I don't want to be stuck feuding with these sub-tier streamers, okay? I don't care. Let them talk their shit. I don't care. All right? Listen, at the end of the day, I cannot compete with anybody who has their boobs out on stream 24/7, okay? I mean, until Twitch lets cock cleavage be a thing, I'll always be at a disadvantage. I'm really not sweating it. And you know what? It truly is what it is. Now, people got to understand, any other person in my position would be freaking the fuck out. Any other person in my position would be running away, hiding into obscurity, saying, "Oh God, please just make it stop." I don't care. And let me ask you, why do you think that is? Guys, real quick, why do you think that is? Why do you think I give so little a fuck? Why, genuine question. Why do you think Why do you think I give so little a fuck? Because it ain't real. So why the fuck do I gotta sit here and pretend that it is? Because I don't need to. And guys, there's probably gonna be another phase, and I already know what to do. Because I know everything that somebody can lie about. I'm not worried about it. I legit am not worried about it at all. Made a comment on the new steak and eggs. Like, people really think a new episode would be released if OTK thought you did something. Well, listen, I'm not going to speak for OTK whatsoever. I'm just not, okay? I'm not going to speak for them, okay? That being said, I love OTK. I do. They're great. They've been great to me. Now, I know we want to treat this like a media press, like, Tectone, thoughts on this thing happening? Tectone, give me your thoughts on this. Tectone, can you give me your thoughts? Quick. Tectone, what can you explain this? Tectone, what do you think you need to do about this? Tectone, did you see this female said this? Tectone, did you see this retard said that? I don't care. Let this be an example of the greatest part of being part of the OTK community. Okay? Let me tell you why I love it. I have been shit on consistently for 3 years, every day, and it never stopped. It never stopped for 3 years straight, and it never broke me. My mental resolve is so unbelievably high. Wait, Lakari, my chat was freaking out. Yo, what up, Lakari? What up, big man? Why are they freaking out? My mental resolve is so fucking strong, and let this be a testament of, I'm not gonna let these fucking liars control these people's lives anymore. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We give way too much power to fucking liars in this world. Absolutely not. That shit ain't flying with me, man. That shit's just not flying with me. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Fuck no. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. Because this is every man's greatest fear. And the only thing I have to ask my chat is, when you see some crazy shit, give me 24 hours. Yep, and I'll make everything make sense. It's really that easy. That's all I ask. You see some crazy shit, give me 24 hours. Why do you think you've been shit on consistently for years on end? Reflect on yourself. Okay, so here's a great thing that I love to say. Okay? Judge a man by his enemies. Judge a man by his enemies. Do you want to see my enemies? Would you like to see them? Okay? Would you like to see them? Let's go ahead and pull them up. I stand alone. Here you go. You judge a man by his enemies. Why do you have enemies? Because I'm a guy who speaks the fucking truth. Okay? And that can drive you mad. That can drive you crazy. I don't care. Listen, guys, I'm glad these people fucking hate me. I truly don't care. Now, let me ask you a genuine question. Who's like a really good person that just hates my ass? Who? Bro, you judge a person by their enemies. I'm not sweating shit. Yo, what up, Mr. Pokey? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I hope your stream went great this morning. As far as I'm concerned, everybody who hated me was just a bitch. To be honest, I ain't sweating shit. Have some titties to make you feel better? Yeah, so we understand that this character's Nazi coded, right? And we're going to have to talk about that later. Yeah, we'll go and talk about that later. Zany is 100% a Nazi. 100%. 1,000,000%. Okay? You want me to prove it? I'll prove it right here. Okay? I'm proving this shit right here. Coincidence? Coincidence? I think not. Coincidence? I think fucking not. Yep. Yep. And her color palette is white, black, and red. What other symbol is white, black, and red, chat? What other symbol is white, black, and red? Let me know. Yep. You just made me pull her. Yep. There it is. Exactly. I told you. I told you this bitch is a Nazi. I told you, man. I told you. It's always been that way, too. Okay, girl. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Jesus. These people are out of fucking control. She still got it though? True. When is she dropping? I got no idea. Yeah. We'll just watch this later? Yeah, absolutely, man.
I'm not gonna say like
Oh, trust me, we're watching this video later as well. Yeah, apparently Ryuku absolutely crashed the fuck out on the Honkai Star Rail. Also, CM Punk on SmackDown was hype. Oh, I know, man. You know what's crazy? I popped harder for Paul Heyman than I popped for CM Punk, my favorite wrestler. Because Paul Heyman is the great multiplier, the exponential factor that makes all wrestling even better. By the way, to all of my boys, thank you all for still being here. Drama alert. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, I saw this, dude. MrBeast. MrBeast responding to all allegations. I saw this shit, bro. Heyman's the GOAT? Oh, absolutely. By the way, thank you all for the follows, boys. I appreciate the fuck out of that. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, boys. Listen, guys. This is something that Twitter desperately needs to hear, okay? In regards to MrBeast, okay? Allegations does not mean convicted proof, okay? And people need to understand that shit with MrBeast. It's just the truth. Bro, I can't be the only one fucking done with internet drama. No, I love it, man. I hope it keeps going, bro. My viewer count's fucking insane right now. Thoughts on Arcane with the finale coming out today? I'll be real, I kind of don't care. I don't know what it is. I've just, I haven't really, I'm sure Arcane is very good, but I'm watching so much better shit right now. And also, yo, what up? Roach is welcome. I kind of don't care to watch it right now. I don't know why. I'm sure it's very good. But yeah, I'm just watching Monster right now, bro. I'm watching Monster, and it's so, like, I'm watching Monster. I'm reading Vinland Saga. I'm about to start Freerun. You know, like, I'm not the type of guy where it's like, oh, dude, the new hype show's out. You have to watch it. I'll watch it in a couple weeks. You know, I'll watch it in a couple weeks. I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, I'm just not really worried about it. But I'll watch it eventually. Sure, here's a translation in English. I want to tell you why I'm doing this. The future children who use Twitter will include my children, my grandchildren, and other people's children. Do you want to leave such issues for future generations to harm each other? You can check the chat if you think I'm wrong. I'm a monk. Something I do to explain the concept of sin and merit to people. But if I just sit and chant at the temple, how many people will understand the harming of others? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But yeah, we got a lot of shit to go over. But boys, why do we ever remove this? Oh God, it's another emote. More drama alert.
In all its splendor. We're going to begin at $800,000, at $800,000, $850,000 now, 850, 900,000, thank you, sir. 1,100,000 is your bid, sir. 1,200,000, 1,300,000, 1,400,000, 1,500,000.
We are looking at an ordinary banana and an ordinary piece of duct tape. However, what makes the ordinary extraordinary is the intention of the artist who put this together.
This cannot be real.
I'm looking for four, there it is, $4 million. Say five, please. $5 million. Don't let it slip away. 5,100,000. The world's most expensive banana at 5,200,000. It's slipping through the auction room at 5,200,000, and I'm going to sell it here. Fair warning, at $5,200,000. The Catalan is yours. Congratulations. Thank you very much indeed. It's paddle number 17. Thank you very much indeed. Congratulations.
It's a fucking banana. There's just no fucking way. Dude, that banana has made more money than I've made in my entire life. Why is Curse of Mint Picker gone? You know what? That's fine. That's fine. As long as we have the Mint Picker emote. Do we still have that? Mint Picker. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, great. Great. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. Yeah, dude, if a banana makes 5.2, imagine a pineapple. I'm telling you, bro. Dude, imagine a mango. Imagine an apple, bro. It's fucking AI. You think so? Bring it back? Yeah, maybe. Daily scramble? Yeah, we need to get on that shit. So boys, how we all feeling? We all doing good? We all chilling? What up? We all good? Yeah, we're good. I'm great. Okay, fuck yeah, man. I'm glad. We're chilling. Good. I stand alone. I stand alone. Imagine how much a piece of bread to a lamppost is worth. Hey, I agree, man. I agree. Just slap that shit on there. You revive Blazookas, Poggers? Yeah, man, congrats. You see Arknight's X Limbus collab? No, I haven't. Will you try Stranova? Yeah, maybe. Why the fuck not? The stinking shit you're eventually going to drop on Drama Farm is a bad part, and bad part of the God community is going to be big. Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry, man. I never forget. I never forget anybody who wronged me. Did you see Dan got banned? Yeah, I did. I'm still confused why he got banned. Maybe it's because he requested like some type of log. It's very unfortunate. Yeah. People were saying to release the receipts. What do you think? No reason to rush anything. No, I'm good. I'm going to let everybody talk their shit. Let them talk. The more people make themselves look worse, the better it is for me. I don't care. Yeah, address the allegation that you have a huge Giga Chad dong. Nah, my dick's it's like 6.5, 7 inches. It's nothing crazy, bro. I mean, if you've seen Lucari's fucking big black cock, that shit is fucking insane. That shit is fucking insane. Dan initialized his account deletion and then Twitch banned him. Really? That's very interesting. That's very I didn't realize that. Speeder attack boot for my date tonight. Speed? Speed? Yeah. Dan got banned for doxing Hassan's mod. Oh, well, that's probably not a good thing to do. Is that real or no? We finally gonna hear Emmy speak for once? I mean, if you watch the new Steak and Eggs episode that was released yesterday, Emmy talks quite a bit. Yeah, Emmy talks quite a bit. Lucari is the biggest thing I've ever seen. No, I mean that generally. Lucari does have the biggest fucking hog I've ever seen in my entire life. And I don't mean to gas bro up that much, but I mean, it's the truth. It really is the truth. All right, cool. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to do the daily scramble. We're going to react to everything, and we're going to get in there. All right, sounds good? Denim's out here spewing bullshit on you live, ATM. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not really worried about it. Here's Okay. This ain't bad, bro. Is there a crazy ass drop? I'm assuming the drop's right here. Hold up. Where's the drop? Right here. Here we go. It's whatever. It ain't that good. Kid does the same scam 3 times and it works.
Let's talk about my quant.
That's my quant.
And the future of finance crypto. Every time it goes up, and it is up right now, it seems like it doesn't take long for the believers in the future of finance to start gambling their future with meme coins. Gen Z in particular has gotten interested with one called Gen Z Quant.
Yeah, bro, I'll be real, man. I got no idea anything about crypto at all, and nor do I plan on bothering with it.
Some guys will wear Vans and like, bro, do you even skate? No? Then take off those shoes, poser, and show me those feet. Yeah, wiggle them around. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, and that will be the next Asian woman that Nick will bait his viewers with. And you know what? More power to him, man. I've seen a lot of people turning against NMP lately, man. I have. I've seen a lot of people turning against NMP. And I would like to go on record that saying NMP is one of the greatest human beings on this fucking earth. And it's a shame. It's a shame. No matter what happens to Nick, man, I will always be his #1 fan, bro. TLDR, some retards bought into some shit coin a 13-year-old made. The same kid then made 2 more types of coins that the same people fell for again. The kid made 50K. We're freaking out over 50K? Bro, streamers make more than that when they run 30 seconds of ads, bro. Who cares? Project Mugen just changed his name. Project Mugen is now just called Mugen. Oh, shit. Project Mugen now PM is called Mugen, which means the game is already final and no longer considered as Project Mugen. Mugen is a Japanese term meaning infinite, and the name probably connects of the game being infinite with content for the game. That could be nuts. Dude, I have so much faith in Mugen, it's insane. I will say, I kind of like the name Project Mugen just better. By the way, do I sound more retarded than I usually do today? I'm just wondering. Do I sound more retarded than I usually do? Yes? Okay, yeah, it's my fucking voice kills. Infiltrating a Gooner's Discord. Oh God, is this mine?
So this week I joined 3 of the freakiest Discord communities I could find, and I wanted to see if I could really just become a part of this family
of Gooners. Yeah, absolutely, man. Just join twitch.tv/Tectone. Okay, we've watched this. Pokey said something nuclear to your chat earlier.
Tectone, I only know Tectone from Honkai Star Rail, so I didn't know him from like Genshin. Northern Lion, never heard before. Below 18, you'll be banned. My chat demographic, I unironically think my chat is older than Tectone's chat.
Bro. Mr. Pokey. Wait, hold up. Finish the clip.
This. Either that or Tectone's chat behaves like children.
Bro. Mr. Pokey. Mr. Pokey. First of all, leave my chat alone. My chat's fucking great. They're sweethearts, okay? And can I tell you why I know they're all old as fuck? Because I've been streaming here for 6 fucking years. Okay? I've been streaming here for 6 fucking years, right? And when I have viewers that have subscribed for 43 months who've been followed for nearly 5 years, they naturally just get older. Naturally. And the other thing is, I've also banned anybody below the age of 18 from accessing any of my other socials to actually prevent child users from being in my chat. Not to mention, I have crossover with NMP viewers and Zach Rar viewers, who are notoriously old WoW frogs who are old as shit. There is literally no way. There's literally no way that people believe this shit. There is literally no way. There's no way. I'm 30, I'm 35, I'm 69, 34 here, 35, 28. There's just no way he believes this.
You know how Tectone said that a lot of Genshin Impact content creators fell off? I think one reason might be, as he mentioned, Genshin Impact as a game might be declining in popularity compared to COVID. I think that's definitely a reason. But I think another reason is also because the viewers grew up. Because it has been like 4 years. And when people started playing Genshin, they could have been like, when they were like teenagers. They
They were COVID
like,
children, absolutely.
Or even like kids. So maybe they were like interested in Genshin. It's like, oh my god, such a fun game and all that kind of stuff. But like 4 years later,
I shit you not. I shit you not. I don't know a single person in my life who plays Genshin Impact that isn't either a girl or autistic. That's it. Those are the only players that I know. And I mean that on everything. Now maybe that's just unlucky. I'm not saying this to disparage anything. I am just saying that is all I know. Or people playing it for money. Come on, man, that's a stretch. I shit you not, that's all I know. I shit you not. That is it. That is it. Okay? Brian, 100% full-blown autistic. Anna, female. I know another person who is female and autistic. Completely unrelated to my life. It's not the one you're thinking of. I'm not referring to that person at all. Okay? Emmy, 100% autistic. You cannot convince me otherwise. Emmy is 100% autistic. Okay? You just so is Pokey autistic? No, he's just doing it for money. I said they're either female, autistic, or doing it for money. That's it, bro. That's it. Asmon don't play Genshin. Asmon don't play Genshin. Seems like everyone's autistic. True. Let's keep going here.
Moved on to like different things. And this factor wouldn't be just for Genshin Impact. It would be for every single game, including Honkai Star Rail. And like, for example, for me, right, I'm like technically like quote unquote new generation streamer or like content creator. I started with Honkai Star Rail. We have been playing Honkai Star Rail for 1 year. So maybe things are still pretty, not changed that much yet. But like 5 years later, you guys would have grown up. My chat would have grown up.
Yep.
Like y'all might be like 20s or like even 30s 5 years later. 5 years later, I'm going to be 31. And
so how did bro just say that he understands that the people who grew up who play the game get older, but then says he thinks that my chat is younger than his, even though he just said... I have never seen more contradictory statements in my entire life. He just acknowledged that his chat is going to grow up with him, and I've been on this platform for 6 fucking years. What? He's farming? He's got to be farming, bro. He's got to be farming. He's got to be farming.
this is like my end game.
Sure. Sure.
Because a lot of chat, you guys are probably like working or studying, right? So this is not your end game, but this is it for me. And I think that I just suddenly had a click of why like streamers and content creators, they say the average lifespan of like most, if not all streamers, like even if you're like huge streamers, is like 5 years or like 7 years. Because by then your chat would have grown up, and it could be completely nothing to do with you, but just that they moved on to more things. And by then the next generation of kids, like the teenagers or like still students, they will be looking for the next generation of streamers, and then the cycle just repeats itself. Okay, that was my.
I think we can all agree that Zeox has the youngest user base of all gacha streamers. I would say Zeox and Doro44 are the people with the youngest user bases. I would argue that. I would say the people with the oldest user bases are probably Vulcan, Gacha Smack, and myself. Because that's just the way that our content is formulated for. And not to mention, just by me being old, it will actively deter the majority of the youth for watching me because then they won't find me as relatable to them. So people who look young at a more advanced age actually have a massive benefit. But yeah, I mean, that's just the truth. Brent Online is a young one too. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm only speaking on creators that I know. Xeox is like a university. New batch comes and leaves every year. I got no idea. Yeah, no idea. All right, let's keep going.
That was my hug to hug. That was my life. It just suddenly hit me when we were talking about Honkai Star Rail 6 years later, what paths are going to be. 6 years later, you guys won't even be here anymore, guys. You guys won't even be playing Honkai Star Rail anymore. You guys will be like fucking getting married, going for a new job.
You know, that's what I hope too. That's what I hope too. There's actually been a lot of chatters that I've mentored since, for like 6 years. And I'm like, in 6 years, you won't be here. In 6 years, you'll be all grown up. And then Alyssa's autistic ass is still just typing happy every other fucking sentence, calling me Twookie and shit. You know? Mateo in here still being weird as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we still got Golden Fantasy in here, being one of the greatest mods I've ever asked for. You know? I mean, you'd think, but the people stick around, man. People will stick around as long as you stick around. And that's pretty much it. Found you during chemo. Funniest shit that happened. Yeah, cancer's hilarious. What the fuck? That's insane. Bro, you sound like me. Dude, I'm so deranged. I'm so deranged. And I don't want to get into this too much, but this whole shit that I'm involved in, other people would be freaking out. I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry. I think it's so funny. I do. I find it so hilarious how the internet just believes fucking anything. The amount of jokes that I've told are crazy. The stream ideas I was going to do are insane. I'm just out of control, bro. The way my brain works, I think I'm actually fully detached from reality. You know? Like, it's like I haven't felt this detached since the Atsu drama, right? Where I'm just like, I just fucking don't care. The Twitter post is great. Good man. Dude, I know. I think it's so funny. Like, dude. The amount of people that I've seen wishing that I would kill myself on the internet. I know other people would like be scared of. I think it's so funny. I legit think it's so funny. And I think that's probably not good. But I was like, I'm gonna make him think that I died for a split second. And when the crushing reality sets in that I'm still alive, they're gonna lose their mind. I just can't be fucked. I cannot be fucked to care, bro. I cannot be fucked to care. I mean, I don't know what it is. Right? Like, listen, I know there's a lot of large streamers that sneak diss me fucking constantly. I fucking get it. I get it that these, larger streamers are signaling to their community that they don't like me and they want to send these people my way to shit on me to the little Reddits and the little 4chans and little forums. And I get it, but they don't want to have accountability because, I'm just making a joke. Right? I get how it goes. But, like, I truly don't understand how I drive people this fucking crazy. Because I make these people fucking crazy. There are people who don't even know me who have joined the fuck Tectone thing. And it's like, bro, what? He's hated in every community. Look at the communities that hate me. The Lolly community, the Gacha community, the Genshin community, the Arknights community. Oh my God. Judge a man by his enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. It's actually wild. Anyways, let's keep going here.
I don't even know if I'll be playing games anymore. And yeah, old pokies.
Anyways, guys, I'm becoming a rapper man. I'm becoming a rapper man in Honkai Star Rail. I'm going to be the #1 rapper. It's going to be dope. #1 rapper, bro. It's going to be lit.
Still going to be here. I don't even know what I'll be streaming back then. In the future anymore. But like, this is it. I am never going back to Korba. So this is it. And damn.
Dude, she's just OP. She's OP, man. Like the AoE effects are fucking lit. It's so sick. There's no middle ground anymore. You're either right or wrong, left or right. It's fucking dumb as hell true.
Life. Both of you to assume we'll marry. I am married to Firefly. I'm dead. We might visit Singapore one day and accidentally meet you. And that's why you have to play League. Alright, cool. The game is old and I'm not playing now. What's gonna happen to me in 5 years? Random midlife crisis. Not midlife. I just had a random quarter life crisis. Yeah, that was my quarter life crisis.
Yeah, bro came back from war. He really did. Bro came back from war and he's been losing his mind ever since. It's actually so funny. Dude, Mr. Pokey's tweet about the trans shit was so funny. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That shit was hysterical to me. It's insane how hard bro has been crashing out. Bro is experiencing 1% of the pain I deal with every day.
It just suddenly hit me when we were discussing like what paths is gonna happen during Honkai Starbucks. Do a poll about chat age. Yo, mods, can we get a poll? 18 to 22, 23 to 26, 27 to 30, 30 plus. Can we get a poll?
This is the part where Mr. Pokey is going to start losing his mind. He is. He really is. He's going to start losing his fucking mind. Because Mr. Pokey is going to realize that he has a child audience. And nobody likes realizing it. Nobody likes realizing it. And he's going to crash out super fucking hard, bro. And it's so funny. Notice how he omitted 13 to 17. I know. He didn't give a child option. I know. And once again, there's nothing wrong with that, but you at least gotta accept it.
The CCs who stay relevant are the ones who grow alongside the chat.
Absolutely.
Making sure to still keep touching grass. Ooh. It hits, guys. It hits. 7 years later, Honkai Starbucks Part 2. Dan TM is an example. I have no idea who's Dan TM. I literally know like none of the old time streamers except like Asmongold. Like, I watched him since
Asmongold
when I was playing Elden Ring and shit. And Tyler 1. Okay, Tyler 1, Asmongold. I guess they're like OG streamers, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Tectone. I only know Tectone from Honkai Starbucks, so I didn't know him from like Genshin. Northern Lion, never heard before. Below 18, you'll be banned. My chat demographic, I unironically.
What is crazy is I actually did that to my Discord. I actually removed all 18 and below from my Discord. We had 77,000 members, and I believe 13,000 of them were below 18, so we just removed them all. We removed them all, made the Discord 18 plus, and then we made porn. It was gutted.
I think my chat is older than Tectone's chat. Dead ass. Either that or Tectone's chat behaves like children.
I am so curious why he thinks my chat behaves like children. My chat is a bunch of good dudes, you know? Good reasonable adults, good reasonable fucking men. I wonder why. I wonder why he thinks that.
No, Tectone.
All right, you know what? Regardless, it is what it is. I love that guy. Go through today's VOD ending at 42:30 and make that a video of me reacting to the Mr. Pokey clips. All right, free video. Easy. Big dub. All right, free vid. But your chat is full of dumbasses. That's why I'm here. True. Hey, boss, there's a new, really good video from the IRL FNAF guy. Dope. Hold on. I'm going through the daily scramble, bro. It's very important to me. All right. Okay. All right. Hold up. Yep. Going through all the daily scramble. I got to find it. Okay, found it. Okay, cool. We're back. All right. And then we have more drip marketing. We've seen all this. Yeah. This character's a Nazi. Yeah, this character's trans. True. So true. Live stream. Yeah, I got to watch that. Saw bike. If this is longer than 2 seconds, I'm skipping it. Bro. Oh, that's so sick. That's insane. All right, cool. Then we got the trans character, Strinova. God, people really want me to care about this game. Only 28,000 views and so many dislikes. Fucking, I'll watch it. Ain't this just a 3D, 2D shooter? It looks alright. Low-key fun. Maybe we'll try it. When's this shit come out? It's out now? They got Tibbers in this game. Raiden Shogun from Honkai Star Rail. All right, let's see how good it's doing, guys. Oh man, it's really popping off. Man, this game is exploding, dude. Holy shit. Bro, this game is going crazy, man. This game is going crazy.
The prey empowers me.
Oh man. Dude, I'm on the point. Somebody have to kill the guys
Keep
behind
your eyes on me.
Man, that shit looks so bad, it's fucking ridiculous. All right, cool. It has many players. Check stream charts. Nah, I judge a game's success purely by how many people are watching it. I'll be real. And if dude, guys, if this game couldn't break 10,000 viewers across all regions on day one of its release, nobody fucking cares, bro. Nobody fucking cares. And that's a shooter. People are nuts about shooters. I don't care. Camellia Marketing don't care. Baldy ass who Alicia is. I don't want to watch all that. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, dude, I don't I don't ever want to get to this point with Honkai Star Rail where it's like, okay, so I want to play the game. I want to play Honkai Star Rail, but how am I supposed to understand these characters unless I've played all 10,000 hours of Honkai Impact 3rd? What's the point? Yeah, there's no point. Jeez, all right, morality arguments are always a waste of time, okay? AI conversation with techless streams would be crazy.
What unique traits do Mexicans have then?
Beerus thinks it through. They are known to be very hard workers and have a strong family-oriented culture.
That's true. What else?
They are also known to have excellent cuisine and music. They are very cultural and passionate people.
Wow, do you really like Mexicans then?
Beerus speaks while high. Yeah, of course. Mexicans are some of the most hardworking and passionate people out there.
He's a brother. Alright, but then Beerus, what do you think of Asians then?
I'm unable to generate a reply that meets our content guidelines.
Oh, that's so good, bro. That's so good. What did Tectone say? Wait, what did they say here? Yeah,
I've been popping off.
You and Nick are...
I can hear that.
Yeah,
I've been popping off.
You and Nick are... They F that in? It's obviously me saying you and Nick are. Bro, that's crazy. That is... Yo! Box! What up, boy? Hey, welcome to the greatest streamer ever's chat. Welcome to the greatest streamer ever's chat. Welcome, boy. Welcome, boy. Family. Hey, yo, Box. Genuine question. Hold up. Here it is. Here it is. That's right, I would headbang, but I have no fucking hair. Yo, Box, genuine question. Mr. Pokey thinks that his chat is older than mine. What do you think? Who do you think has the older chat? Me or Mr. Pokey? Genuine question. Genuine question. All caps LOL. I know. He actually said that. He unironically said that. Wait, nah, I didn't say anything. I'm neutral. Oh, okay, and there it is. Dude, I can't believe he even hinted that. Bernice reference in HSR. What's this?
Car, nameless. Would you like to have a drink, a snack, or commence party time?
Oh my God, Bernice to Honkai Star Rail. Oh my God. Oh my God. Insane. Watch this to lighten your day. Here we go. Oh, he's so eepy. Oh, he's so tired, man. Oh, a little sneeze. Oh, he just, by the way, boys, thank you all for the follows. What up? And Box, thank you, man. I appreciate you. You to go. That's the first rate I've gotten in 2 days. Huge W, Box. Oh, he's just a little baby. He's just tired, sick, and eepy. Man. Here, let me really put you on a better mood. I watch this video whenever I'm sad. Bro. It's so cute, dude. It's so cute. Oh, he's such a baby, bro. Dude, the mouth lick, it's so cute. All right, what the fuck is this? Is this pornography? I'm gonna ruin your immersion, guys. These are fake tits. And I know how fake tits bounce. I no longer care. Yep. I no longer care. I don't care. Song Techie might like. Gwen Mayhem one take.
They think I'm insane, you tell me I change. And some days it feels like I'm holding my breath. I went out of my way, keeping you safe. You didn't know half of the secrets I've kept. Living with shame from all of this pain, so what can I gain?
Hey chat, real talk. If I were to go to Kick, would y'all come? Just be honest. Just be honest. Let's say I was offered a fat Kick deal. Like a fucking fat Kick deal. But like it was fat though. But it was like fat. Dude, I could like go live and commit crimes. Dude, I could go live and commit crimes, bro. Okay. Hold up. Only if you give me half. Fuck. But what if I got a fat offer? Like a fat offer. Like it was huge. If I'm on a livable salary, I will. Okay, what about this? What if I were to only stream 2 days on Twitch, but the other 5 I would be on Kick? Would y'all be mad? Would y'all be mad? Yes. If I'm on a livable salary, then you don't care. That's fair, TBH. It's miserable down there. I'm unsubbed. Well, I was just saying hypothetical. I'm just saying hypothetical. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying hypothetical. Bro, I don't give a fuck about Twitch. I'm here for you. Nothing will change for Kick. That's great, man. Dude, if I ever do go to Kick, I'm playing every single Persona game ever. Because my viewership is going to be so fucking down, I don't care. Dude, I would just go do whatever for a year or 2. Who knows? It's hypothetical anyways. Who cares? Hoping one day Wuwa basketballers will look like this. Is this PGR? That's so insane. I'm sorry, guys. The 190 HP bars is just too much. Dude, all of that, and that only took 30 HP bars down, man. That's just insane. All right, cool. What happened to Shinya? Bro, stop. Bro, just stop. Knots, I mean zany, no. Dude, insane overreach. White is predominant color and in every recorded language. Black, white, one of the first 3 colors words to appear. Bro took that shit seriously. That's so funny. Wait, Hulk versus Broly death battle? 1 day ago? I feel like I've already seen this.
Hey, spiky hair man, what's this puny planet?
You scared them away. You're making me angry.
I actually think Hulk wins.
You won't like me when I'm angry.
Because Broly kind of self-destructs when he gets angry. Whereas Hulk has control. There's also this form of Hulk called World Breaker Hulk that I think would body Broly in his current form. But in a couple of chapters, once Beerus and Whis teach Broly to control, I think he could then body Hulk. Okay, let's get to the end.
You think you're strong? Hulk's strongest there is. Show me! Break the world! Break everything!
That being said, Hulk is so fucking lame. What the fuck? I think we're getting to a point where maybe these death battles are just going a little bit too far. What the fuck, bro? Oh. Okay, there's a happy ending after all.
Throat sore.
Nice.
KO!
W Broly. W Broly. Good. The right man won, thank God. All right, watch Arcane, trust me. I would. I just don't know why I can't care. Pokemon Go was a scam. Many Pokemon Go players feel betrayed. Wait, what? Did you know? that Niantic's been using your Pokemon Go data for 8 long years to train its larger geospatial model. All right, so can somebody explain to me in Fortnite terms why people care that companies use their data? Am I nuts? I don't understand. Why do people care? Tracking enemies on the map. Okay, yeah, no, I get that. Okay, more data, more battle pass EXP. Profit without compensation or approval, I guess. Oh, yeah, I don't care. Anyways, HI3 Part 2 to move graphics and map. All right. No techie. Wait, techie will do barely anything with people at the moment. Don't know a single person there. Weird, I know all of them. Yeah, I'll be real. So here's the thing. The reason why I'm not doing this, okay, is because I'm not going to do a podcast and not on my channel because then I can't profit off of it. Yeah, just being real, man. Yeah. And also, I don't know any of those people. Yeah, I have no idea who any of those people are. Genshin 404.
Long day.
Yeah, I don't care. All right, cool. Honkai Star worst game ever. MrBeast finally ends. Yep. Sweet Baby Yank at it again. Weathering Games from Sada. Okay. Path of Nowhere. Caught Box 2. Here we go.
She could be standing right here instead of this ugly, bald, big dick man. Oh wait. He's 13. I can't talk to him like that anyway.
What in the fuck is he talking about? Anka's back. Linking Plazookas is insane. That's so funny. Heyman's the man. True. PGR accelerating servers. Great. Don't care. Oh, bro. That's so funny. That is so fucking funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. That shit is actually so funny. That is so... Yeah, I'm gonna tweet that later, bro. That shit is fucking hilarious. That is so funny. Why people don't like you? Oh, no.
You are not everyone.
Oh, no, dude. All right, we'll watch this. Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe I'll learn something. Here's the thing. I don't really care about being in the majority for whether people like me or not. I kind of don't care about that. I would love to know. All right. Okay. That's all the videos. We're now going to begin into the larger react section of the stream. Also, thank you guys for being here. We're already an hour into the stream, bro, and I've only done the daily scramble. I appreciate you guys. Punching cat. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, they're such good babies. They're such good babies. They don't get it. They're just stupid. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, they're so good. Reddit hates you? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know other people hear that shit and they're like, oh my God, I gotta do something to make them like me. Okay. Well, it's kind of like whatever. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Oh no. Also, does this photo of me not go so hard, man? I like how they made my lazy eye look even more prominent in this photo. I like that. I like that a lot, bro. Have you ever considered streaming on YouTube at the same time and streaming here? Yeah, I have, but I kind of forgot how to do it. I did kind of forget how to do that. All right, cool. You tried to do it once for HSR 2.1? Yeah, I forgot how to do it, though. All right. So I want to watch this. The reason people don't like you. Oh, no. Here we go, man. All right, let's figure it out. Oh, no. What now? Why are you guys lingering with this? I feel like I am very... I think I'm liked, personally. I think I have a lot of fans. I think a lot of people really care about me, and I think they're very reasonable about it. But that's just my opinion.
Everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay.
Oh, okay.
The world is filled with people who, no matter what you do, no matter what you try, will simply not like you. But the world is also filled with those who will love you fiercely. The ones who love you, they are your people. Don't waste your finite time and heart trying to convince people who aren't your people that you have value. They will miss it completely. They won't buy what you are selling.
Oh no.
Don't try to convince them to walk your path with you, because you will only waste your time and your emotional good health.
It's
You
so
are not
true.
for them, and they are not for you. You are not their cup of tea, and they are not yours. Politely wave them along, and you move away as well. Seek to share your path with those who recognize and appreciate your gifts, who you are. Be who you are.
Oh my God.
I love you.
I think that we have this misconception that you're supposed to go about life having everybody like you.
God, I cannot be fucked to watch this. And I think anybody who watches that video unironically is very sad. You know? I mean, I feel like it really ain't that deep. People like who they like. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that big of a deal. Right? Yeah. That was shit. Yeah, no, I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm good. All right. Let's see what Big Baldy has to say. Have you noticed the vibe shift? I will admit, dude, ever since Donald Trump has been elected into office, there has been a massive vibe shift on the internet. And I think it is far for the better. Like, far for the better.
Hi guys, today I wanted to talk to you all about what I believe to be probably the biggest cultural shift that we have ever seen.
I
if
agree.
you're anywhere around my age, except for maybe September 11th. I think that this...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. 9/11 was crazy. Dude, y'all remember Anthrax? Y'all remember Anthrax? That shit was wild, dude. Every time you open up mail, you had a chance of instantly dying. Dude, I remember how airports used to just be, go in, walk to your plane, you're there. Now it's like, oh, you got to talk to the people. Then you got to get your ticket. And then you got to make sure you're there 45 minutes earlier. They won't let you on. And then you got to scan. And then you got to take your shoes off. Then you got to take your hat off. Got to take your jewelry off. Got to put everything in a little box. Then you go for the scan. Oh, they maybe found something. Now they got to shove their hand up your ass. Hope they don't find nothing in there. Oh, here we go. It's just like, oh, man, it's just a fucking menace, bro. God, I fucking hate airports.
This cultural shift has been observed now for about 2 to 3 years, and when it really was codified as like, yeah, this is happening, it's when Trump won the U.S. election.
True.
And now, in the aftermath of that, I think that you can very clearly see people are emboldened by that, they're galvanized by it, and people are much more willing to share their viewpoints on things that have been much more conservative, much more traditional than what I think a lot of people would, expect or maybe have you believe.
And I want to just hone in on that real quick, that people are now comfortable sharing their honest thoughts. Guys, do me a favor. Type 1 if you saw some bullshit on social media that you thought was fucking nuts, but you knew if you said anything, you would be ostracized and cast out for not buying into the mental illness. Let's all be real. We've all fucking felt it. People went off the fucking deep end. People went off the fucking deep end. And it's fucking crazy. And it's crazy how you couldn't merely just say, oh, I don't know about this. Oh my God. You're this phobic. You're that ist. You're a fucking Nazi. It's just like, oh God, this shit's fucking exhausting. And it sucks because, let's be real, and I'm going to say it, guys. I think Genshin Impact community was the poison that started it all. I'll say it. I really do. I think COVID mixed with Genshin Impact put poison in the fucking water that made all the fucking frogs gay. Yep. I'm going to go. I will triple down on that shit, bro. That game breeds mental illness. It may not be the sole reason, but I think it definitely lit the match. That shit was fucking pathetic, bro. I trusted everything that I saw. Yep, and look where we are now, man. We're finally going back to being fucking normal. I believe that everyone should have a right to say what it is that they feel. I truly do. But the reality is we moved very far away from that shit now, didn't we?
And so I wanted to talk today about why that actually happened, why I think it happened, and where the culture is going to be going from this perspective, right? From this direction. And so anyway, the first thing you have to do in order to explain where it's going to go is to explain where it came from. So the reason why I think a lot of this happened, and we've had a shift, and before I do that, I'll also explain where I think this shift is coming from. I think that we are shifting away from a more censorship heavy, a more, censored speech heavy, compelled speech heavy. And I think that you're seeing a lot of backlash against, what were considered to be like, protected types of thinking and protected groups of people. You're seeing a tremendous amount of backlash against it. And I think this is mainly evidenced on Twitter, but you can see this in YouTube comments. You can see this in comment sections of any game or like any video. I think that in general, you're just seeing a massive backlash against what people believe to be authoritarian levels of compelled thought and compelled speech. And big surprise, where did compelled thought and compelled speech come from? Where is the genesis of that recently? Definitely from COVID. And I think collectively...
1,000,000%. You take all these little fucking monkeys and you put them in their cages for 2.5 years, it's enough to drive anybody crazy. To where they would sit there and they would stew in their own filth and their own garbage, and it made them go off the fucking deep end. Is anybody surprised that COVID scrambled these fuckers' brains? No. However, we're out of our fucking boxes, so let's all just relax a little bit.
The government and the social media websites, the way that they handled people that were dissenters during COVID, the way that they handled that caused a schism in the trust of the people into the government, into these companies, into anything. And I don't think that schism, I don't think that disconnect is really going to be mended anytime soon. I think it's probably going to take 10 to 20 years for that trust to be rebuilt, because people would be hearing, oh, well, it's going to take 2 years, or sorry, not 2 years, excuse me, that's actually what it did take, 2 weeks to stop the spread, and just wear a mask, this will solve it, just take your vaccine, this will solve it.
And then there's Texas, who said, yeah, we just don't believe in COVID, do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, it's all conspiracy, brother. The government's trying to pump poison in your fucking veins. Now, I'll be real, Canada took that shit mad seriously. I couldn't even go to the grocery store without a mask and being double vaccinated. I heard people in Texas did not give a fuck from day one. I wish I stayed here, man.
And I think that the messaging for COVID in general was very authoritarian in many cases. And I think that also there were countries besides the United States that were even more authoritarian with how they handled COVID. And because of that, guess what happened? You had a lot of people who were like, yeah, this is fucking bullshit. We don't believe this, and we want to be able to think for ourselves. And when they did that on social media, they got in trouble. Now, you can think that that's a good thing, or you can think it's a bad thing. I'm not really going to try to convince you one way or another, but I think that really the big shift for that was COVID is what really started building up that resentment. And then that resentment finally boiled over, and people were able to express it when I believe Elon Musk bought Twitter. Because
no, once again, I absolutely agree. I think Elon Musk buying Twitter was actually a great fucking thing to do. He lost a lot of money off it, but I think the amount of people being able to speak their mind is at an all-time high. The other thing that drove people fucking insane is that when people said that COVID was still an issue, the general populace just got bored and said, nah, we're done with it. And everything was fine. It was. And I think that level of we're bored of the pandemic, so now it's over, is really waking people up to just how ridiculous the things that we have to conform to truly are.
Before Elon Musk bought Twitter, there was almost no avenue on social media that you could actually speak your mind and give like a honest opinion on things, besides maybe 4chan, right, on Poll. And so besides that, you couldn't really say what you think. You can't say it on Reddit. You can't say it on YouTube. YouTube is probably the most, the most liberal with that. You can pretty much say almost as much as you want. But, YouTube does still have a lot of restrictions, more so than Twitter, for example. You can't say what you want on Facebook. You can't say what you want on old Twitter. And basically all of these social media platforms that people used were used as basically tools to compel speech and to suppress people's thoughts. And I think that if you just take a step back and you think about this from an abstract, I think that you need to come to the realization that people don't like being told what to think, they don't like being told what to say, and they don't like being told that, and they don't want to be told what to do, right? I mean, at the end of the day. And so anybody who's trying to take an authoritarian stance, trying to tell you what to do, you're going to automatically get a negative response from that, at least here in the United States. And so that's happened, I think, as a result of COVID. Elon Musk buys Twitter, and now all of the people who didn't exist are making up for lost time.
Yep.
Like, I'm not saying this is a good thing, but holy shit, there is a lot of racism on Twitter now.
Oh, man, they gotta play catch-up, dude. They gotta play catch-up. I'll be real. Maybe I was really in the thick of it, everybody knows. But I've seen the blatant racism on Twitter be there for a very long time. This isn't a new thing for me, but maybe I'm just in the soup too much.
Oh my god. And do you want to know why there's a lot of racism on Twitter? I'll tell you why. It's because there's a lot of racist people. That's the reason anybody who can speak English all over the world, except for maybe a couple of countries, a few countries, probably more like it, can make a Twitter account and express exactly what they think.
Now, here's my opinion on being racist. So that's a crazy little segue. So I think the problem is for platforms that completely shut down all forms of hate speech whatsoever is kind of the mentality that people have where, like, if someone's fucked up, if someone's doing something wrong, you just kind of give up on them, you throw them away, and then you never associate to them ever again. I've never really done that in my life. When any of my friends do something wrong or do something that I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking? I never immediately throw them away. I kind of just try to talk to them first and just say, okay, so here's why you're wrong. Here's why you don't do this. And here's the error in your ways. Do you understand? But that's just me. Maybe that's me being old-fashioned, but that's how I was taught, is to not give up on people who are fucked up, because then they'll just stay fucked up. But maybe that's not my burden to bear. Who knows? Maybe it's not my cross to carry. But that's how I lived my life.
And so, big surprise.
I like talking things out, personally.
You're going to have people that live in totally different cultures expressing viewpoints that are not congruent with liberal Western values. And this has been a very, very upsetting reality for many people that use Twitter, but in my opinion, I find it to be a very sobering fact. I think it's extremely important to know what people are actually thinking, rather than having a manicured, curated, and censored view of the world that immediately shatters whenever you introduce it to actual reality.
Yeah, just like how everybody said Kamala Harris was going to win the election, that everybody who votes Donald Trump is a neo-Nazi, and that how the world's going to end once he wins the election. Or if he were to win the election. Everybody on Twitter thought Kamala was winning. Everybody, because that's just how people want you to think. That's how celebrities want you to think. That's how the news wants you to fucking think. But that's not what happened, now is it? Because I hate to break this shit to you guys, but maybe 10%, 8% of the world actually uses Twitter, and it leans a little bit more towards one way than the other. And we probably know what direction that is.
Which is what I think happened with the 2024 election. I think that people imagined this was going to happen because all of the celebrities said this was going to happen. All of mainstream media said this was going to happen. And then the day comes and it's actually something totally different. And I think that what this has really happened is that people are pushing back against basically, there is a false god of authoritarianism that a lot of people online have prescribed to. They have been worshiping this false god. And I think that they are doing that because their other previous gods were determined to be false. There's always the quote of God is dead from Nietzsche, but that's only half of the quote. The full quote is God is dead and we have killed him. I think that the society that's totally killed God, there's no sense of religion in culture anymore. And I think that's by the way, that's very upsetting for many people. Religion is a very reassuring thing for many people. I am not a religion enjoyer, personally.
Now, I actually really enjoy religion. And the reason why I enjoy religion is because I feel like it's very good to think of things more than a inside-the-box perspective. I think religion does a lot of good for a lot of people. However, it does cause a lot of extremists to do a lot of bad things. However, I'm not a person who wants to judge the majority by the extremists' actions. I think that's very ignorant to do. However, me personally, religion gave me hope in a lot of places where I did not have hope. Now, whether that just be blind faith because I was afraid to accept reality, who knows? But I think it also helps a lot of people find strength in times where there is none. And I think that's a very good thing. However, I do see the pros and cons of religion. But me personally, am I going to damn someone for being religious, damn someone for being spiritual? No, not really. I'm very open to the idea of afterlife, spirits, ghosts, this, that, and the other. And I think it's fun. I have no issues with it whatsoever. However, I'm also totally okay with people who aren't religious, who don't believe in it. Even people who guilt people for being religious and call them dumb. I'm always down to have a discussion. And I'll be real, every time I've ever entered a discussion with a reasonable person about these topics, it all ends the same. To each their own. And I think that's fine. Not everybody has to believe everything, and not everybody has to not believe in anything. It's completely fine.
I think that you guys probably know that. I'm much more of an enlightened...
But it definitely helps
euphoric
teaching basic
atheist.
morality.
But at the end of the day, I can recognize that it does have an ordering, I guess, like, function in a lot of people's lives.
Yep.
And so when you're taking that away from people and they don't have access to what would be a way to order the universe and a way to see how things are, they're going to invent their own way to order things. And I think that the way...
Nice fence sitting. Yeah, you're right. Anybody who believes in religion is a fucking retard. God is dead and we have killed it. Oh, man, all these religious believers, they're just fucking retarded. True, man.
That they did that was they've replaced religion with political dogma. And I think this has happened in a lot of cases. And really, people that attach their meaning and like their identity and like their feelings onto these different movements, I think that for many of them, they're looking for something that religion or some form of like existential reassurance would give them. And I think that the movements, whether it's a political movement, whether it's a social movement, whether it's a social cause, I think that those movements actually for a lot of people now are filling the place that religion previously had. And I think that if you don't think that's true, just look at how they fucking defend them. I swear to God, there's people, you'd get less pushback from blasphemy in a lot of churches. And so, yes, people get very, very, very attached to these things because they built their entire identity off of them. And I think also this is especially true with young people. And with young people, it's that they've had unironic arrested development from COVID. And I think this is true not...
Speaking of young people, guys, do you know the quickest way to becoming atheist? Does anybody know? Does anybody know the number one cause of being atheist among the youth? The quickest cause of being atheist is to have Christian parents. And we all fucking know it.
Just, it's like, oh, the kids are retarded. No. I think this has happened for a lot of people, including young adults. And so you have people that spend, let's say the ages of, like 15 to 18.
Because all we wanted to do was play on a Nintendo 64, but, you gotta wake up and go to church. And if you don't, you're going to hell, sonny. You didn't go to church? Well, now we gotta beat you. Shit, you're gay? We gotta pray it away.
Lockdown and COVID, well, big fucking surprise. Whenever they turn 18, they're not gonna know how to act. And they're gonna probably still be acting like 15-year-olds. And so you have people that have been...
Video games are the devil.
Basically arrested, and they've taken 3 years of like social development and socialization and just pretty much outsourced it to a social media website that's fed them a worldview that's completely distorted. It doesn't represent anything in real life. And now they go into real life, and the dissonance between what they believe the world should be and what the world is gets bigger and bigger, and I think it makes people angrier and angrier. And I think that that's really where a lot of the hostility is coming from. It's the refutation of those types of people that have used political dogma and social, like socio-political issues, and they've replaced religion with these things.
Balls.
It is a pushback against those people. And the reason why I think this pushback is happening is very simple. It's because people just don't want to hear what they're saying. And
eventually people get fed up.
It's actually just that simple. And so for a long time, you were not able to express your disagreements. You were not able to tell anybody that, like, yeah, I don't actually think this is true. This isn't really what's happening. And because you would get banned. But that all changed when Elon Musk bought Twitter. Because when Elon Musk bought Twitter, everybody who had an opinion was able to say what that opinion was, for better or for worse. And I think that we've seen a lot of both of those. And so now what we've had is that we have tons of people that feel, uniquely emboldened in a way that they hadn't really in probably 10 years on social media, given the level of censorship and control. And now people are going and saying what they really think. And I think that they're doing so in a manner that is making up for lost time.
I also think this is, okay, So, racism is very bad, and it's not good. Holding prejudice against someone merely due to the color of their skin is never a good thing. However, I understand that social media is getting to a very icky, nasty place. And I understand that people are now seeing all of this shit appear on their timeline. I think people are now going to have to learn to be able to see shit they disagree with, be able to see shit that drives them insane, be able to see shit that is inherently horrible, and learn to adapt to not be a little bitch and freak the fuck out about it, and understand they need to go about their day and that we can't all just live in a safe space, protected bubble for our entire life. These things are real. They are, guys. Homophobia is real. Racism is real. Being transphobic is fucking real. It's fucking everywhere. And I don't think it's healthy by just pretending that it's not existing. I think what I think is better is to understand that it exists, learn why it exists, learn why it's wrong, and not be so weak to where even if you see 2 seconds of something that you disagree with, you crumble under everything that you stand for. You have to be able to learn to adapt and to be able to live through this horrific shit, because if you don't, you're just gonna you are going to fail and you're going to be miserable. You can't live in this safe space bubble your entire life. You just can't. You're giving people way too much credit. Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I am. Who knows? I mean, I don't understand why people think that we need to have these realities where only the things that I want to see are allowed to exist. We just have to live in reality, guys. These horrible things are happening every fucking day. They really are. These horrible things are happening every single fucking day. Is that why you changed Discord? Yeah, just let people post whatever the fuck they want to post. You know? People only argue these situations too much. And what's better is you see these people being racist, you see these people being homophobic, and you press the report button, right? It's that easy. Right? You have every reason to give people the benefit of the doubt because we are capable of learning. How does a crash out feel? I don't know, man. It feels all right. If someone shits in my room every day, I'm moving. Well, it is every day. So your advice is see horrible bigotry and say do nothing? No, what I'm saying is just report it. I think the problem is people will see this shit, a thing that occurs every single fucking day, and they freak the fuck out about it. But I think the correct response is to see it, say something, and then report it. It's kind of that easy. Yeah, I'm Muslim and have been called sand, N-word, and terrorist all my life. Yeah, that's got to be fucking awful. That's got to be fucking terrible. But wouldn't report result in censor in the end again? Well, the thing is that when you give people a platform to out themselves, well, then we see the uncomfortability, but then it gets taken care of, right? You see these horrible people doing horrible things, and then you can report them and let these people be dealt with, right? Let these people feel comfortable coming out from the shadows, and then you can give them the punishment that they deserve. Also, people need to realize that they can't change things and they need to accept the world as it is. The internet was a mistake. No, I think the internet's great. So how is that different than what's happening now? How is that different than what's happening now? I think the internet is becoming more and more comfortable with outing themselves. I think the internet has done, over the past 4 years, kind of scared people into having these fears built up in them to where they don't feel comfortable in expressing themselves. But there's a positive and negative to where now the internet does feel comfortable saying the horrible shit that's been locked up in their mind. And now I feel like we're going to have a lot more people exposing themselves, exposing their deepest thoughts, and actually getting exposed for being horrible, horrific people, or at least having bad thoughts. Sometimes the best disinfectant, let the ones who want to cook themselves cook. Yeah. Does that make any sense or no? People are too impulsive and a world full of evil. True. All right, cool. It does? Okay, cool. All right, great.
And another big component for this...
I didn't listen?
I
Same.
think that there has been what I would really kind of refer to as emotional blackmail that's been going on for a very, very long time.
Who decides what bad thoughts are? Okay, so I think bad thoughts are anything that comes from preconceived notions of extremist and then plastered amongst the majority, right? I think that if you have one bad experience with one caterpillar, and so your idea is to paint all caterpillars in a bad light, well, that just comes from a place of fucking ignorance, and that is a place that can really cause a lot of harm because single actions of extremists should be held accountable for that exact person and not AoE effect on everybody else who falls underneath that archetype. That almost never works to your advantage whatsoever. You can't have one bad experience with one bad person and then say anybody else who's like this even remotely is also a bad person. It's just ignorant. It's just stupid.
Where you can't have certain opinions about certain topics because it can be perceived as being mean, or you can be seen as a bad person. I think that there's been a level of fatigue that is caused for people, and it's like eventually, like, you know, for example, somebody thinking that they don't want illegal immigrants in their country, this doesn't necessarily mean that they're like a racist or a Nazi. And so because of that, and the emotional escalation and the emotional blackmail that people use in order to try to force people into having these certain types of worldviews, the optics of these arguments oftentimes become more important than the arguments themselves.
I think what he's saying is we're tired of people looking to be offended by what someone's saying rather than waiting for someone to be offensive with what it is that they're saying. And when so many people pretend that someone just said something horrific rather than someone actually saying something bad is fatiguing people from, oh my God, we have to deal with this bullshit again.
It's kind of like what I've said before.
People are trying way too hard to be offended by everything these days.
Is that the strongest argument isn't an argument. Many people do not operate based off of logic or reasoning. They operate based off of emotion and feeling. And big surprise, that's been what's taken over a lot of things. And also, this is a very important component. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. It's not like this is totally going away. I think that we're just replacing one form of this behavior with another. And that's very worrisome to me. And I think that really what's going to continue to happen is you're going to have more people pushing back against, established social norms as much as possible and making a push more towards traditionalism, more towards conservatism. And I think that this is also happening, again, because of that lack of meaning and culture. You don't have the same shared culture that something like a religion provides. And because of that, you're having tons of people that don't know what to do with their life. They don't know who they are. They don't know what their identity is because the previous things and previous lives that have given them that identity are now being taken away or have been taken away. I think probably the best example of that is with jobs. So when somebody has their job replaced by AI or replaced with automation and they're not able to get a new one or something like that and they are disconnected from the value of their work, I think that, again, there's something that's existential that's taken away from that person because now they no longer can take pride and take pleasure in the idea that they have done good work and they are contributing to their community or they are doing something that's positive. And, of course,
I know a lot of people hate when I say this, but I actually think AI is a very good thing. I think any way that we can rapidly advance forward the projection and the success of humanity will always be a massive fucking W. I understand it's going to have some drawbacks for a lot of people in the short term, but long term, rather than getting angry at the AI, learn how to work with the AI, and if you can do that, you will always prosper. I mean, the amount that mineral science has advanced due to the placement or due to the existence of AI is huge for humanity as a whole. I understand some artists might be upset that, AI can draw a pair of fat anime titties in 2 seconds where it takes them 3 hours. But in reality, that's going to make a lot of people come a lot faster, right? So maybe learn to be an artist that enhances upon the pre-existing AI rather than just damning it as a whole. Because it has a lot of other benefits for humanity in general. Just like a lot of people were probably really upset that horses' jobs were replaced by cars. But the reality is, I'd just rather ride a car now, wouldn't I? It's just everything is going to be about convenience. And you can't be guilting people for not riding on horseback anymore, man. Like, everything's about convenience. Everything's about the betterment for the species. And it might make some people upset, like horse carriage riders. But, I mean, damn, I fucking love my Genesis GV80.
Of course, obviously, why is that? Number one, it's because a lot of these jobs are, computer jobs, and so it's not really as directly evident in the same way that, like, you can do something that's more physical. That's number one. And
yeah, and also there's gonna be a lot
number two
less
is they're
horse
not
shit in
really
the
being
street.
paid very well. So you have people that have shitty jobs. They're not being paid very well. And guess what? They're looking for some form of meaning in life and somebody to tell them that that worldview is not going to last. Things are going to keep getting better. And anybody that sells that person a solution is going to have a lot of fucking buyers.
True. We can't live in this world where people say the world needs to slow down progressing because I'm not ready for that. And we need more people who say, oh, the world is progressing fast and I'm going to be right there along with it. Because the people who fight the progression of the human race are the same people why it's going to be their fault that I can't download my brain into a USB and have immortality. Okay? And anything that lets me artificially place my consciousness into another body, okay, I'm right there for it. Okay? Because my ass don't feel like dying. My ass does not feel like dying. What is this? Hi, everyone. Here's a quick new update of AI VDO 1.5. The goal is this image to video function, different styles, 720p. Wow, this is all AI. That looks fucking insane. That looks fucking crazy. Yeah, I think personally, I think AI is great.
And I think that's very clearly what's happened. So what I expect to see happen now is that you're going to see probably a lot of people who have been pushing back against the culture of, like, cancel culture and people getting, banned for having wrong opinions on things. Obviously, it'll still happen sometimes. I don't know. Maybe I've got an example of that one way or another. But I think that, of course, sometimes that will still happen, but it has been much less common. And you're even seeing things like, I think that another benchmark for this is that, you can look back at the Hogwarts Legacy, the debacle with that and how angry everybody was with J.K. Rowling. And now that there's a new Harry Potter project, the studio that's doing it has even said, it's her freedom of speech. She can think what she wants. And so I think that is a tremendous divergence from what previously was the case where you were not able to have certain opinions about certain topics like that. J.K. Rowling had controversial opinions about trans people. Whether you agree with them or not, you have to acknowledge that they were controversial with a lot of people. And because of that, people didn't want Harry Potter existing anymore, right?
I also think it's fucking ridiculous when this whole new thing takes craze over the internet and people expect immediate acceptance and immediate welcoming with open arms. Nobody can give people time to just understand things. It's either you're with them or you're against them. And if you're against them, you're a Nazi, you're a horrible person, and you deserve to die. There are complex subjects that appear every single day, politically and political and non-political. And the problem is people always want to put you in a box. Nobody can just not understand that maybe people just don't understand. And they don't understand what their viewpoint is. You can't expect people to understand and accept everything within minutes of something new globally happening. Political outright war for no fucking reason. Guys, you got to understand. Being transgender is a very complex thing that a lot of people don't get. It's a new thing to a lot of people, and it confuses a lot of people. It really does confuse a lot of people. And you need to give people time to understand, or at least let them feel how they want to feel about it. Because it's hard for these things that most people never knew about start to exist, and then, it's just a complex subject, guys, okay? We're not going to guilt Timmy in 3rd grade for being confused about multiplication, so why are we being upset at my grandpa for not immediately understanding it when for 80 years that's just not how it was, right? It takes some people some time, and I think we need to be more understanding of that.
Right? And I think that after that kind of reaches its logical conclusion, where it's no longer seen as a reasonable response, and now it's just like an overcorrection that is fueled primarily by anger and frustration, then you're really going to see people kind of lose interest with that type of movement. And I think that's exactly what's happened. I think that a lot of people are just tired of having their opinions dictated to them. They're tired of not being able to think things that they believe are just a priori knowledge. Like, this is just, it is known to be the case. Obviously, there's the difference between men and women, etc. And this big split has happened. And now there aren't the same censorship apparatuses that maintain the previous power structure. And so you're seeing tons of people now speaking out against it, and really nothing happening because of it, for better or for worse, again. And so I think you're going to continue seeing that happen. You're going to continue seeing people pushing back against like these mainstream narratives. And I think that the pushback will eventually become just as oppressive as the narrative originally was, because that's the way the pendulum always swings. Things always keep going until there's too much, and they always stop when there's too little, right? That's it. And so, you know, people love to radicalize, people love to become extreme, and I think the internet has provided a perfect place for people to radicalize themselves. And I think it's happened because of the lack of meaning with religion. I think it's happened because of the lack of meaning with, you know, gainful employment. I think it's happened with the lack of meaning culturally. There's no sense of, like, you know, shared culture in the U.S., at least not as much as whenever I was a kid, I would say. And I think you put all these things together and you have an existential crisis that an individual has, and they're looking for anybody to replace that. And where a lot of these like socio-political movements come from, that's why you're seeing a lot of people get back more into religion now. I think that religion is making a pretty big comeback, and I think the reason for that is because people are looking for that antidote of modern existence. They're looking.
Absolutely. I also think there's a word for it. I know it's what people call me. My problem is I'm very against like labels in general. And maybe chat understands what this word is. I don't conform to any specific religion, but I take bits and pieces from every single one that kind of line up to my understanding and my expectation of the world, the reality, and what comes after. Agnostic is the word. I think completely saying this religion is correct and everything that it's ever said is always going to lead you to generally a place of, wait a minute, this religion said what? And I think putting yourself in a box is never a good thing, but being very clear and specific about everything it is that you believe in and what you don't believe in is a lot more interesting and compelling than just saying, yes, everything that a Christian is, I agree with, when you go back centuries upon centuries and it's like, oh yeah, you need to be killed if you wear cotton. Oh, gay people bad. It's like, no, they're just not, right? Now I understand, like, for gay people, you know, for a long time, man have sex with woman. That's how it is. That's how it should be. Man have sex with woman, have child. What you mean, man have sex with man? What you mean, woman have sex with woman? Me no get it. I'm understanding of those people who don't fucking get it. And I say, okay, well, here's how it goes. Let me explain this to you. Okay, you don't get it? That's okay. Take your time. We can talk again later. Right? Rather than saying, oh, you don't immediately get it. Well, now I'm going to fucking shoot you. Right? It's like when somebody grows up with the way this shit is for 50, 60 years of their life, and then all of a sudden they hear, oh, there's this new thing. Right? I understand that it takes people time. It takes some people some time, and I'm willing to give these people time.
Looking for like the way that they can order the world that makes sense, because the way that people are talking about it on the internet.
Do you believe there's a
really
God?
Doesn't.
Yes, I actually do.
So I wanted to talk about this because I think it's a very interesting thing, and I think it's going to shift the way that all media is portrayed. Now, obviously, things like this are a very big boat. It takes a long time to turn, but you can already see that happening with people that had previously like problematic opinions, etc., just kind of get ignored in a way that I don't think would have happened 3 or 4 years ago. And if you want my personal opinion on the whole thing, I think that's a good thing. I feel like the amount of, as I said before, emotional blackmail and censorship and compelled speech that was on the internet for, I'd say, the last maybe, I'd say like from 2017 or 18 to like 2022, somewhere around there. I think that it did radicalize a lot of people. I wouldn't really consider myself radicalized, but I would consider myself very aware.
I like the current space because now all the ugliness is out there. It's all there, and now people can get a realistic worldview of what to expect. And then when there's all this ugliness, all this bitterness, all this resentment, all this hatred, we can see it, correct it, and move on. It doesn't matter how long you pretend that your room isn't dirty by not looking at it. You eventually got to clean it up. And I think the more times I see people with these horrible opinions, a conversation can really change a lot. But I know that's not the thing that the internet wants me to say. But I think one good conversation where you just try to explain things to these people who are just, very hurtful to a lot of people can oftentimes change them quite a lot. I'll be real. My relationship with my father was very bad for a very long time. It was very bad. And once I kind of explained to him how much he hurt me, how much the things he said aren't acceptable in today's day and age anymore, he was like, oh God, you're right. And now I fucking love my dad and we're in a very good situation now. But I didn't want to give up on him. But that's just me. Maybe I have a bad habit of not giving up on people who otherwise I should be giving up on.
And now I am extremely skeptical of any type of censorship. I'm very skeptical of any type of, compelled thought or compelled speech. And I'm in general the kind of guy that believes that the best, reaction to, bad speech is good speech that counters it. And, in the free marketplace of ideas, the best ideas will usually win out. So I wanted to make this video and talk about it because I've never really had the opportunity to really formulate what I really believe with this kind of stuff. And hopefully you guys can kind of see how this shift has happened and how you've observed it yourself. And I'd be curious in the comments, other kind of barometers or temperature checks you've seen and where you've kind of seen, oh wow, yeah, things really are different now. And I feel like we're going to continue seeing them become more and more different than what they were. And in general, I can see that becoming a bad thing, but also, especially with people being able to think for themselves and no compelled speech, etc. And I think this is a very good thing. So overall, I do think it was all pretty much started with Elon Musk buying Twitter, because it was the first break in the giant wall of thought policing and compelled thought on the internet. As soon as Twitter opened up, then everybody came through and exposed all of the weaknesses in that ideology.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it pretty much destroyed it. So we'll see how things go. Obviously, anything like this doesn't happen overnight. But I've really found it to be incredibly interesting and compelling to watch and experience over the last probably 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
2 or 3 years, hard really to say. And I'm curious to see where it's going to go. And that's about it, guys. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I've always been an advocate of let's talk about it. Let's see all the ugliness, let's see all the issues, and let's talk about it, and let's see what we can fix, and let's see what we can understand. I think communication is the #1 most powerful thing in the human race that we have. I am a firm believer that the pen is mightier than the sword. And when you get all these issues out in front of you, and when you get a conglomerate of people to just, let's talk about it, I think humanity moves forward. I think people who solve their issues by pretending that they don't exist are weak, feeble people. I really do. I think they are weak-minded people who do not know how to simply accept constructive criticism, to have a just calm, level-headed discussion about what's right and what's wrong, why I believe this, why you believe that, and meshing those two opinions. Unfortunately, the world villainizes anybody who's just willing to talk about their issues. But I firmly believe when two level-headed individuals can get into a room and just talk things out, even if they're on different sides of the political spectrum or maybe even the autistic spectrum, there is a nice middle ground that we can reach, and that middle ground is great to live in. Guys, I'm going to say something crazy. Not every person who's left is bad. Not every person who's right is bad. Not everybody who believes this is bad. Not everybody who believes that is bad. But I do believe a lot of these people are just very confused. They're just very confused. But if you talk to these people, there is a fucking chance that you can make these people understand, and a lot of healing and a lot of growth can occur. It's a very complex video, but I loved that. And check out Asmongold. He's the fucking man. Yo, editor, make the thumbnail like me going like this, and then Asmongold going like this, and then the title will be like, things have changed. And it's like a 50-50 thumbnail where it's like split in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Thanks, editor. All right, cool. Appreciate you. Peace. That was a great vid. That was a great video that had the power to potentially drive my chat fucking nuts. But in reality, I think we all handled it pretty well. Yeah, that was a very, very, very tough video that was handled very well. So, good shit, chat. Proud of you guys. I mean, he parroted an unfounded conspiracy about Twitch being anti-Semitic, but yeah, he's so base Lamau. I got no idea what you're talking about. This is no joke. What made me learn that people need to adapt the world and not the opposite.
No matter how much you knock on the door to someone's heart, in the end, you can't change them. Which is why you have to be the one to change yourself. When the world around you isn't following your plan, the only way to fix it is to fix you. If I can't see the light that leads to the goal, then I need to become the light.
Okay. All right. You know, you really just self-reported that my chat is just way too anime pilled. Like beyond anime pilled. Like let's come on guys, let's just all relax here. Okay? Let's just all relax here. All right? All right. All right. This is the video that I really, really wanted to watch. I am excited for this one, bro. I am super excited for this one. I really thought there would be more videos coming out for gacha games because of all of, like, the bombs that have been dropped lately. But the Daily Scramble did not really have that many videos like I was expecting it to have. By the way, if you do want to join the Discord, !Discord, you can post a video for me to react to in the Daily Scramble. Would be great. But yeah, this is a great video. I love seeing someone have an actual discussion on hating something I like. Abso-fucking, I'm the exact same, man. I'm the exact same. Honkai Star Rail is the worst game I've ever played. Here's why. I totally agree, chat. Seeing someone shit on something that I love is fucking amazing. But I am very curious because Ryuku Sensei is someone whose opinion I actually trust quite a bit. I am curious what his issues are with the game because I definitely believe it's in the top 3 gachas. Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves, all fucking goated. But why does he think it is the worst game he's ever played? Let's see.
Not anymore. I feel like I'm going insane hearing this all the damn time. Honkai Star Rail is amazing. Not like that shit Genshin. Penacony, more like Pikacony. Am I right? No.
Okay, I'll be real. I have heard all of this shit before. That being said, if bro defends Genshin, I'm going in. Because that game is ass. And I can explain to everybody why that shit's ass. Man, people going Pikacony. Penacony was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I love Penacony. You know what's crazy though? I actually love Fontaine for Genshin Impact. But the problem is, it takes like 8,000 hours to get there. Let's keep going here.
No, you're not right. In fact, you are absolutely wrong. Now hear me when I say this, and I'm speaking to you. Yes,
okay.
You, specifically you.
Okay.
Honkai Star... Let's get closer. Honkai Star Rail fucking sucks. And
Okay, all right. We are really getting into the thick of it, huh? All right, we're in the thick of it, and everybody knows. Okay.
And I can prove it with numbers.
Yes, science!
Now let me explain. First of all, do I even play Honkai Star Rail? Yes. Kinda. I mean, I log in, stare at Himiko, do my dailies, stare at Kafka, do the simulated universe each week, stare at Hanya, and have slowly been building up my characters. I started back around mid-March after watching the 2.1 live stream about all the new rewards after the anniversary. Hashtag Genshin could still never. And I wanted to quickly grind up through all the content from 1.0 all the way through to 2.1 to get Acheron. Because I'm a disgusting little simp that wants her to step on my I got Sparkle, Dr. Ratio was in my inbox, as well as all the free pulls. The introduction to the game was really fun and engaging. I enjoyed playing through the Herta Space Station and pretty much everything on Belobog.
Herta Space Station was mid. Belobog was fucking amazing. I still think Belobog was probably the best Honkai's ever been.
Especially Cocolia. Huh? I thought you said Honkai Star Rail sucks. You're glazing it harder than a Krispy Kreme donut right now. When are you gonna... Yeah. I'm gonna get to that. Shut the fuck up. It had good design, action, pacing. The story wasn't too simple, but still easy to follow. There was a good balance of puzzles, battles, and
Penacony was really good.
Together well to make the storytelling experience really enjoyable with a fantastic soundtrack and an amazing finale with the Cocolia fight. And then we get to Zhonzhou Luofu. Yeah.
I'll be real. I think the only reason why people think that Penacony is better than Belobog was just because it starts with a P, and people can call it Pikacony. Right? Nobody's going to call it Peekabog, right? That just sounds fucking stupid, right? It's kind of like how everybody thought Zenless Zone Zero was going to be shit because its letters were ZZZ. And everybody just shits on it because it's easy to shit on it. Penacony's only getting praised because it's easy to praise. Penacony was still very good, but I still think Belobog's the best.
No one really likes that area. Just wait until you get to Penacony.
Yeah, Belopog.
Zhonzhou Luofu wasn't the worst. Definitely a step down from the massive high that we got after the end of Belobog, but on the whole, I don't actually mind Zhonzhou Luofu. It was an interesting world with a completely different vibe, the music was good, the puzzles were fun and interesting, and we got new lore. The thing that really dragged it down, in my opinion, was the unnecessary jargon for relatively simple concepts.
I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience.
You're here to read her mind and get some information out of her. I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience. Just speak fucking English, goddammit. But whatever.
Bro is gonna hate every gacha game in general because they all do this artificial dialogue bloat, bro. They all do it. They all do the artificial dialogue bloat. Also, Genocide, what up, dog?
Like I said, putting aside the random jargon and exposition,
I believe we are dealing with the so-called disciples of Sanctus Medicus. The Xianzhou has the blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ambrosial Arbor's dove.
The Ambrosial Arbor was felled thousands of years ago.
It wasn't the worst area I've ever been to. Oh no, that crown under...
Dude, I'll be real. There are so many times where I'm sitting there reading the story for any gacha game, and they're using all of these terms for these things that I've never fucking heard of. And my whole chat's like, oh yeah, they said the thing. And I'm like, yeah, I know what that is, guys. Oh yeah, the Ambrosial Arbor. Yeah, man. No, yeah, we all get it. Absolutely. I was paying attention. Oh yeah, I absolutely studied the lore of HSR before I played. Absolutely, it's the thing.
Undeniably goes to Penacony. Okay, come here. Closer. A little more. Closer. Fuck Penacony. I have never had a worse gaming experience in my life. And I've been playing games since I could hold a controller. I can remember playing...
And this guy looks at least 70 years old, so that's a while.
Sonic the Hedgehog on the original Sega Mega Drive back when I was about 3 or 4 years old. I didn't get far. I was a kid. I just like seeing the spinny ball go zoom. Anyway, my point is I've been playing games for a long ass time. And never in my 35 years on this planet have I raged at just how mind-numbingly boring Penacony is. And yes, I am including that Aranara quest from Genshin. Still not as bad as Penacony. Belobog was good.
Alright, well, okay. Alright. Okay, we're reaching here. We're reaching, bro. 14 hours of unvoiced dialogue where we talk to autistic plants. There's just no way that that's worse than Penacony. Okay, we lost some aura with that one, man. We lost some aura.
Good. Zhonzhou Luofu wasn't bad, but then it just dives off a cliff with Penacony. The biggest problem with Penacony is that it's just not fun, like at all. You literally cannot do a single thing for the first hour and a half where you get to that one battle that takes about a minute to clear, and after that you're right back to yapping for another 48 minutes with literally nothing to do but run around with Firefly doing real important stuff like roulette.
So, okay. I totally agree that Penacony sucks you in, and there is so much yapping. There is so much fucking yapping. However, I actually cared about the yapping for the story of Penacony because the idea of the world was built up in the pre-existing planets, and I was so interested from the get-go, I was willing to kind of just sit there and enjoy it kind of like an anime. They also did the developers did a very good job of making me very interested in what happens in the story with the trailers that were released. But I understand not everybody there who was experiencing it in real time might not have enjoyed it. But I actually really enjoyed it. And as a firm anti-yapper enjoyer, I actually liked it quite a bit.
Cream and bubble pinball, I guess. Oh, got another battle. That's another 1 minute of something, I guess, against a fucking trash can. I actually timed how much turn-based action RPG we got in this turn-based action RPG game. So 2.0 takes about 5.5 hours to complete, right? Keep in mind this is about the same amount of time it took for us to complete the entirety of Belobog. And this is just the introduction to Penacony. So yeah, 5.5 hours, and of that you spend a grand total of 9 minutes, 24 seconds actually doing that. I did the math. That is literally 2.85% of the time doing the thing you came to this game to do. Oh, so it's not good if you're not constantly fighting? Is that what you're trying to say? No, not at all. I don't need it to be 100% fighting all the time.
That's
Hell,
insane.
I don't even need it to be 50%. But less than 3% is not nearly enough. I didn't hate everything though. There's the interactive section with Firefly. That was alright. Took about 15 minutes though. Then there's the time that we're in the Dreamscape. This is the only area in Penacony that I actually enjoyed. This is what we were promised in the beginning with that whole scene with Akron. And when we were there, I immediately felt a major shift in tone and storytelling that was completely absent so far. Okay. Right, I'm guessing this is where the story gets good. At least I'm hoping. Too bad we were only there for about 45 minutes, max. Most of the time, you can't really do anything but go to the next dialogue location and sit around watching people yap. How much yap, you ask? Again, I timed it. 3 hours, 49 minutes, and 36 fucking agonizing seconds of yap. Out of 5 hours and 17 minutes of story, might I remind you. And at the end, the big twist, the big reveal is that Robin is dead.
Oh no. I know.
Oh, you mean the girl that only had 3 minutes and 43 seconds of screen time this entire quest? That girl? We were supposed to care that she died? Her own song has a longer lifespan than she does. Seriously, why was I supposed to care? Then on to 2.1 when we continue on with Trailblazer's story. Right? Wrong. Oh, this quest. This fucking quest. Oh my god. It pissed me off so much I was about ready to punch through my desk. I thought 2.0 was bad, but I had absolutely no idea about the mind-numbing torture I was about to get myself through. Looking back on it, I would rather French kiss a Dementor than go through all this again. The quest is just less than 6 hours long, and 4.5 hours of that is nothing but pure fucking yap. Shut up. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. There was a total of about 24 minutes worth of fighting.
It is crazy because I actually believe that what he's saying is the majority of people's opinions. Even me, there was so much fucking yapping. There really was. I do think Honkai Star Rail and pretty much all Hoyoverse games, Zelda Zone Zero actually does this the least. They do a lot of telling, not showing. And I do think showing, not telling is a lot better. Now, the important thing for Honkai Star Rail that he might not be aware of is that for when Penacony was written, we were understanding that it was a shift in who was telling the story behind the scenes, and the writer for Honkai Star Rail changed, which gave a lot of players the sense of impending doom for who has the ability to die. I mean, I was very invested in the story because I was convinced that Himiko was going to die, and I thought that would have been very cool. However, that ended up not happening. But they did a very good job with characters like Acheron, Adventurine, and Welt to really keep me invested in the day-to-day times of what is going on in Penacony and this whole world that was so mystical and magical that I actually bought into it. Yeah. You know, the characters that did die, I'll be real, I just did not give a fuck about them at all. I just did not give a fuck about them. But yeah, what do you mean Adventurine got completely ruined? I thought Adventurine's story was great.
10.5 minutes of those weren't necessary to the story at all. 45 seconds were necessary to the story, and the last 11 minutes were the fight against Aventurine. You spent more time staring at static images listening to people talk about deep politics and very important theological stuff you have no idea about. What do you mean? It made sense. I followed it. Were you even paying attention to the story? Yes, I was, actually. I didn't skip a single line of dialogue. I was a good little boy and I took it all in. And all this stuff that went on about in Penacony made literally no fucking sense. For a new player, that is. Here's the thing. A lot of the stuff being talked about in Penacony, you have to play through the simulated universe several dozen times. You have to have gone through all the different encounters and read through all the dialogue trees there are to understand what was going on. Can I get some peace and quiet today? Holy shit. All this stuff about the hunt this, harmony that, nihility, emanators, jippe, etc, etc. All of that was hardly even mentioned, let alone explained in the main story. Like, at all. And maybe I'm a little bit naive for thinking this, but I think if something is going to be talked about in the story, it should be properly introduced and explained in the story. Wild concept, I know. Also, another hot take here. But I thought the main story quest was supposed to, you know, follow the main character. The majority of 2.1 was from the perspective of someone that I could literally not give two flying fucks about. Aventurine. Oh my god. In 2.0, he was on stream for a total of, like, say, 30 minutes. Most of the time, he was being a dick. And in 2.1, you're supposed to spend most of the time in his point of view, following his story, talking about things that we don't know, doing things we don't care about, talking to NPCs we're going to forget about. Why was this in the main story quest?
I will say, for every Hoyoverse game, if you're talking to an NPC, just skip it. Legit, just skip it. It will make everything fucking better. And, you know, it shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't be that way. But the NPCs are just there to keep you logged in longer. Abso-fucking-lutely. I don't think Ryuku-sensei is maybe aware of that. I've been playing Hoyoverse games since the launch of them. And I've learned to adapt into their horrible pacing strategies and the way they deliver the story. Remember that everything Adventuring Story stood for was ruined after his arc because his banner ended. Yeah, I'll be real, bro. They should have killed Adventuring. They really should have. They really should have killed Adventuring.
I literally could not have cared less about Adventuring when going through this, and I was slowly hating him more and more the longer I was forced to play as this golden-haired fuckboy with freshly shaved testicles on his chest. Well, it's supposed to set up his motivations for the final battle, and yeah, and character story quests exist exactly for this reason. What they should have done is saved all of that for a quest that we have to do after we, Trailblazer, go through our own story. Go through that, make Aventurine seem like the villain, have the big fight with Aventurine, yada yada yada. Then we have a character story quest unlocked where we flash back to go through all of Aventurine's stuff. That would recontextualize how we see him as a character and put everything in a new light.
I 1,000,000% agree. I 1,000,000,000% agree. That would have been far more interesting for the character story quest to shine a new light on the perspective that we were given. That quest did feel like the Adventurine character quest. No, I think that's amazing. Because then it just kind of made the main characters just look like fucking idiots. I think this is actually so smart.
If you're familiar with Harry Potter, you'll understand what I mean. We go through that story thinking Snape is a bad guy out to get Harry. It's not until far into the later books that we get his backstory, and it completely changes how we see him as a character and his actions in the story so far. If we had known that backstory before all of this, it would have ruined many narratives and plot twists. Now back to Honkai Star Rail. So putting aside all the Aventurine stuff, we spent about 2.5 hours as Trailblazer, and what we were doing? Going from one location to another to stand around talking. Most of the dialogue is basically recapping what we just went through in 2.0. That is until the bar sequence. Quick question. What was the fucking point of that bar sequence? Did I miss something? Like
It's a great question. That's a great question. I skipped it. I immediately acknowledged this bar sequence means nothing. I skipped all of it.
Barney's hot and all, don't get me wrong. But on the whole, the entire thing had nothing to do with the story at large, right? Seriously, what was the point? Just to set up that drink mixing minigame? Okay. Why is it in the main story quest though? It makes no sense at all.
Agreed.
Listen, I get that you want to make this game a more cinematic experience. Cool. I like movies. But to do that, you've got to learn a thing or two about, you know, cinema. Having people stand around talking for several minutes at a time with no changes in angle, character focus, zero character movement, or anything like that is just not interesting at all. And that's when they're trying. Like I mentioned before, there were way too many static...
It's crazy though, because in Zenless Zone Zero, they do a really good job of changing the angle and keeping things fresh. I agree. Seeing 4 NPCs just fucking T-pose out and yap, it is pretty fucking brutal, guys. I ain't gonna cap.
Shots, or just straight up black screens in this patch. And here's the golden rule for cinematic storytelling, Hoyoverse.
Show, don't tell.
Show, don't tell. In fact, there were a total of 35 minutes and 54 seconds of scenes with static images, whereas a grand total of 24 minutes, 7 seconds actually in battle. At this point, Honkai Star Rail is the equivalent of Love and Deep Space, a visual novel with minor gameplay aspects. Which is fine for lads because that's what they marketed themselves as. Can't say the same with Honkai Star Rail though. And this tell, don't show style storytelling, using that word very loosely, continued into 2.2 as well. I think you can tell what I'm going to say about this patch too. Too much yap, not enough gameplay. At all. Not a single battle for 3 whole hours. And that one only lasted a couple of minutes too.
I will admit, I'm sure we can all acknowledge this, okay? 3 hours of that shit is fucking crazy, guys. That's a Lord of the Rings style movie. Now, I want you to imagine Frodo, Sam, and Aragorn all sitting in a bar talking for 3 straight hours. Guys, I don't think it would have been considered the greatest trilogy of all time if that's how they told the story. It is pretty fucking pain, bro. I ain't go cap.
In fact, there was one whole 15-minute section of nothing but black screens and 2 static images. 15 fucking minutes.
3.x will be the same, another right of HI third. Ugh. Editor, cut that out. I'm sick, guys. I'm sick. What do you want me to do, man? I'm fucking sick. 3.x Trailblaze mission, Amphoria Stories will be guided by Fan Chuan, a.k.a. Greenland Sailboat. Fan Chuan, Greenland Sailboat, is one of the riders from Honkai Impact 3rd. Well, we're going to hope that bro does not like yapping too much.
Jesus Christ. Imagine watching an episode of your favorite anime and it was just literally 1 or 2 pictures for the entire runtime.
Yep.
But at this point, I knew what I was kind of getting myself into, so let's just take it for what it is. Maybe I'll enjoy it more that way. Nope, but it's not as bad as Genshin. At least you don't have to listen to Paimon. Who needs Paimon? They do the exact same thing in Honkai Star Rail too. Repetitious, redundant dialogue talking about things we just did or things we...
March 7th is quite literally Paimon. But she's not Paimon, and that's a huge W.
We don't care about.
Because it's not like ear-shattering retardation, you know? It's like kind of soothing mental retardation.
Sure, maybe it's not as annoying as Paimon's high-pitched screeching. But why is Sunday telling us about how Robin got shot in the neck? Again, too much tell, not enough show. Why aren't we seeing it? Now, I don't mean to go the full PG-13 route or anything like that. I mean, think of the children. But they could have done it in a way where we take control of Robin for a short period of time, where we see her helping the civilians. We see the war-torn location, the desolation, the despair, the tragedy, and Robin trying to be the shining ray of light, the song of hope for the people. We see her going around, helping people, and see hope return to their faces because of her. Then at the end, we can get a scene in the evening. The sun is setting, Robin's in the distance, backlit beautifully, leaving only a black silhouette. Then we hear a gunshot, and we see her fall to the ground.
Be great.
Black. Cinema. Pure fucking cinema. We could have done all of that in about a 20 or 30 minute sequence. Reuse assets from Bellabog or something. It's not that hard. But no, we get Sunday yapping about it for several minutes, speaking in such a monotone drawl that I almost fell asleep.
Now you understand why she always...
Dude, the Sunday shit was actually pain. You know what's crazy? This video is actually starting to get me to remember how many painful moments there were. There really were a lot of pain in this shit. There really was. It actually is crazy.
Wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
This was supposed to be his biggest motivating factor. This is why he was drawn to Order.
Disorderly noise!
About the whole entire thing. His entire story is about him wanting to protect his sister, to keep her in a cage for her own protection, and she wants to be free despite the danger that might come to her. I'll give this to 2.2 though. It did start to explore interesting philosophical concepts with this plotline. They kept bringing up the question of is it better to be in a cage completely protected from harm, or is it better to be free even though you may get hurt? The whole thing between Robin and Sunday is that their relationship is much like the bird in the cage flashback that was just brought up, and it was genuinely interesting. Well, it was the first time we heard it, but the amount of times they bring it up and not do anything.
It was a lot.
The very end.
It really was. It was a lot.
Notice this either. Even now there are people making dove memes.
Bro's not wrong.
Other things like how nobody seems to speak like a regular human being.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words.
Not to mention, a lot of the dialogue sounds like it's written by an edgy 13-year-old trying to be deep. Why does life slumber? You're fucking kidding me with that line, are you? What the fuck does that even mean? People think that's deep. Yeah, okay, whatever. And other issues that aren't really Honkai Star Rail.
I do wonder how much better the story would be if the human beings just talked like human fucking beings. Like, not everybody has to talk like a theater kid. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I still enjoyed Penacony is because I really bought into the characters. And, like, when I see my favorite character on the screen, I'm like, oh, okay, great. Hey, tell me sweet lies, well... Tell me sweet fucking lies, and I'm here for it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Or specific, like the single choice dialogue options, or the illusion of choice, where you have like several options, but they all say practically the same thing and leads to no changes at all in the dialogue tree. Like, what is the point? But at this point, I think I'd be kicking a dead horse. On the whole, I think the gameplay and story in Honkai Star Rail is good. What do you mean it's good? You've just been ranting about it this whole time. Now, listen to what I'm saying. The gameplay is good. The story is good. The storytelling is absolute horseshit. It doesn't matter if you think Honkai Star Rail's gameplay is the best that gacha games can be. It doesn't matter if the story is the best thing out there either. Now hear me out. You could have the most delicious kernel of corn in the world. This corn tastes so good it can change your life, and you'll never taste anything better than it in the entire world for the rest of your life. But if that kernel of corn is encased in a giant dog turd, I don't care how good it tastes, I'm not fucking eating that shit. Sure, the corn might be good, but getting there was an absolute nightmare, and I have the aftertaste of dog shit in my mouth. No thanks, I'm good. I've been meaning to play through 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, and 2.6, but I just physically cannot get myself in the mindset of...
The problem is that this is almost every single gacha game. And it sucks because I think Wuthering Waves has the best storytelling, but also the story that they're telling isn't really that crazy. But they tell a not crazy story, at least in a fun and interactive, pretty quick way. But I do think the story that Honkai Star Rail is attempting to tell is the best, but the way that they tell it really isn't that great. That's fair.
I'm about to put myself through torture right now. I'm about to put myself through torture. This is going to hurt. This is going to be painful. I am going to kill myself.
Yep. Great. Here we go.
But why do I feel like this and the rest of the gacha community still raves about how good Honkai Star Rail is? Best storytelling? Are you fucking kidding me? This is what I think it is. The people who think Honkai Star Rail is good are those who jumped on Honkai Star Rail from day one.
I think it's because people can't differentiate story from the way that the story's told.
They've been playing it every day, piecemeal, and they haven't noticed the gradual decrease in quality.
I think a good way to understand this is try to get someone to 1-for-1 a comedy special from someone like Kevin Hart, right? Or Mitch Hedberg, right? And they'll realize the delivery is everything in what they're saying. Right? So that's the big difference between story and storytelling, is it does matter who's telling that story.
Like a frog in boiling water. If a frog is put in boiling water, it will immediately jump out. But if the frog is in cold water and you slowly increase the temperature, it won't notice the danger and it will be cooked to death. You're cooked. You are quite literally cooked right now. Well, actually, modern scientists say that due to thermal regulation, frogs will still jump out, so you're actually wrong. George?
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the...
Thank you, George. Even though I enjoy story-focused turn-based action RPGs, and I do, my favorite game of all time is Final Fantasy VIII, followed closely by Final Fantasy X, I just can't bring myself to drudge through dogshit storytelling like in Honkai Star Rail anymore. Even if I like the gameplay, as basic as it is, it's not worth it if it's only 5% of the game as a whole. No, wait, sorry, 3%. Almost gave it too much credit there.
That is
Fun but
insane.
Scarce gameplay, interesting core story ruined by terrible writing. Seriously, does anybody talk like a regular human? Just one. I just need one person, please. Atrocious exposition, repetition, jargon, and a lot left unexplained, leaving players feeling unsatisfied. This is what 90% of Honkai Star Rail is right now. And even if the rest of the 10% is all good, all great even, 90% is still the vast majority. And that's why I say, as a whole, Honkai Star Rail fucking sucks ass. Hey guys, just something I want to say to...
Dude, I love this video. I know to a lot of people hearing differing opinions, it makes them very upset. To me, I think it's so fucking funny. For real. For real. I think it is so fucking funny.
To everyone out there, if you like Honkai Star Rail, just keep in mind that this is not a personal attack on you for liking that game. I'm not...
I also hate how he has to say it like this, because anybody who gets personally offended by bro just merely talking about his opinion on a video game is fucking insane to me. I would have cut this out. This is bad storytelling. Ryuku, this is bad storytelling, man. You are doing the exact thing that you hate.
I'm not going to say anything like you're stupid for liking it. If you do like it, then I'm genuinely happy for you. But these are the reasons why, personally, I don't like this game, and I just needed to get them off my chest for everyone to hear, because...
I mean, I do agree. I think Honkai Star Rail should have a skip button 100%. I absolutely do believe that. I absolutely do. Now, for me, I've gotten payoff for everything that I have wanted to happen in the game so far. Now, as long as there is a good redemption story for Sunday and Penacony, because this is the nice little bow where Penacony needs to tie everything up. I'll be real, I skipped the Rappa quest entirely. The thing with Honkai Star Rail is, whenever I'm interested in the story, and I do the story because I want to, I've always left with a great impression. I really have. Now, the great news is that Honkai Star Rail, for me, it's very easy for me to tell when I'm going to enjoy something versus when I'm not going to enjoy something. Rappa was ass and cringe, and yeah, that's why I skipped it. Right? That's why I just fucking skipped it. But yeah, I can usually tell when the story's going to be good or not. And so I'm like, oh, okay, this is the good one. All right, I'll do that one. That one's bad. Okay, I'll skip it.
Very often, I hear people say that they like Honkai Star Rail, and I say, I don't, and they say why. And whenever that comes up now, I can just point to this video and say, just watch this and you'll understand why.
Yep.
As I mentioned before, there's a lot to like about Honkai Star Rail. Like the game design, the character design, the music is amazing. Some of the finale cutscenes and all that, I really enjoy all of those. But when it comes to actual core gameplay itself, in comparison to how much of it we actually get in this game, I don't think it measures up. And the further we go along in Honkai Star Rail, the further I feel like Hoyo just doesn't really want us to play this game like at all. Like with the whole auto battling system, it's very useful. It's very convenient as well. So don't get me wrong on that. But like with the amount of, or should I say, the lack of combat or the lack of gameplay in the actual story itself, combined with more recent characters such as Akron using her skill to instantly get rid of the other mobs as well, it just feels like more and more they're just giving us more reasons not to do the thing that we came to this game to do in the first place. Does that make sense? And I'm sure I'm going to hear some people say, well, just don't use Akron then. Well, that's, first of all, that's completely missing the point. Second of all, you realize that when you say that, when you're talking...
It is crazy. People tell me that Acheron is power corrupt as fuck, but she still feels completely broken to me. I don't know why people were saying that.
Like that you sound like the people that are defending Genshin that are saying, oh, well, just don't use Hyperbloom then. Like, why would I not use what I have in my arsenal?
Yeah,
That's
for
the
sure.
same thing I'm hearing quite often. All the things I hear people say that they hate about Genshin, they defend vehemently in Honkai Star Rail. I just don't understand why. I don't understand why they give Honkai Star Rail a pass when they absolutely rag on Genshin for it. They're both.
So I think the reason why people do that is because Honkai Star Rail has a cohesive world that you can buy into, and there's not really any Mickey Mouse complete immersion shattering characters. I actually think that if Genshin Impact were to just remove Paimon, it would make the world feel a lot more believable. But I can't believe, and she's on the screen 24/7. At least when March 7th's autistic ass comes in, it's for little bits and pieces. And it's like, oh, okay, it's the dumb blonde. But the world is being told through Boots the Monkey from Dora the Explorer. And me as a 30-year-old man, I cannot buy into the game being told through a 3-year-old toddler's perspective. I just simply cannot do it.
Both just as bad in my opinion. I know this video is going to get downloaded to hell. But
no, you're fine.
That's fine. I know that's just what it's going to be. I'll take Ryuko-sensei in this case, I guess. Because I bet most of the people won't really watch past the first 30 seconds. They'll just leave a downvote, a negative comment, and just go on with their life. And again, that's just the nature of things. Another thing I know that's going to happen is I'm going to get people in the comments saying, you only dislike it because you're a Kuro shill for Wuthering Waves. And that's just not the case. I made my first video about Honkai Star Rail way back in March, if I remember correctly, in March or April, way before Wuthering Waves came out. And I've always had these opinions about Honkai Star Rail. So it really isn't a case of me wanting to shill for any particular game or company over another one. It's just the way I feel about this. And in fact, I actually have another video.
I think it was a great
right
video.
Now, kind of being really quite
and
critical
I understand
about Wuthering Waves.
his
Maybe not as hard
mindset
as this video here, but
and I'm glad he included
so,
stats.
I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. But to all you out there that actually watch this video to the end,
and that being said, I still greatly enjoy Honkai Star Rail story.
Even if you disagree with me on
a lot
Honkai
of it,
Star
not
Rail.
all of it.
It's just different things for different people, you know. And while I'm recording this, the latest live stream hasn't.
But I mean, you would be trolling if you've never caught me saying, "Man, there's a lot of yapping," because there is a lot of fucking yapping. That's kind of the exhausting thing for like we're going to a new world in 3.0. And the amount of yapping drivel that we're going to have to consume explaining the lore of the world rather than being shown it is going to be completely fucking mind-numbing. It is. Like, it really is. The more complex the world is, the more complex the lore explanation is going to have to be, which means the more fucking mind-numbing drivel yapping that we're going to have to experience. Right? And right now we're going to a world made by gods. It's going to be hard.
Been announced yet, so I have no idea what the new stuff is going to be like. But honestly, I don't really think it matters to me at all.
Like, Bellabog was very simple. There's poor people and then there's rich people. We're trying to bridge the gap. Penacody was, all right, so there's the alive world and then there's the not alive world. And if you die in the alive world, you live in the dead world. But if you die in the dead world, then you're actually alive in the alive world. Well, sometimes, but not always. And then there's this character called Firefly that exists, kind of, and she's a robot. Well, she's not a robot. She's just in a robot suit. And then, you know, there's Adventuring, and he's the bad guy. Well, he's not actually the bad guy. He's like more like misunderstood. Like, it's just like, give us a clear bad guy. We go kill the bad guy. There it is. Bellabog, poor people, rich people, Kokoli is bad, killer. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Get it done.
I'm going to say it again. If you liked Penacony, if you like Honkai Star Rail, all the best to you. I honestly don't really care. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not going to say you're stupid for liking Honkai Star Rail. Everyone likes different things. And these are just the reasons why it doesn't suit my particular taste. It's nothing to do with me not liking story. I do. It's not me not liking turn-based action RPGs. I do. It's just, I don't feel like this game respects my time as a player. If they cut out all of the fat and all the redundancy...
I don't know about that. I feel like you just press the skip button and you're fine. I think Honkai Star Rail actually respects the player's time quite a bit. You just got to skip the shit you don't like, right? It's like, I judge a game by how much it respects my time, by how much the daily login takes. And I think Honkai Star Rail takes maybe like 5 to 6 minutes every day. It's really not that hard.
Seeing all this...
What skip button? Okay, sorry. The spam left and right click button. The spam left and right click button. That one.
Absolute yap and bloat. I think I'd really enjoy it, but it doesn't. Well, not yet anyway. I haven't even done like a 2.6 and I'm already hearing like all the banana memes, so whatever. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. And by the time I edit this video, I think it's actually going to come out after that live stream as well. So I'm going to be dealing with all that. So everyone's going to be coming off that high for the latest live stream, and they're going to see this video and just absolutely rip into it. And
yep,
that's fine. It is what it is.
I thought it was
As
fine.
for me, I'm just going to log in, do my dailies, get my Jades, pull Fugue, because she's literally the only character I'm really...
I don't really think there's anything in this video that he said that was wrong. Just his perspective. And I'm glad he included the numbers.
Hanging about for at the moment, and then I'm just going to piece the fuck out. I play 7 gacha games every day. One of those games I play 2 different counts on, and there are many other games coming out in the future, such as, say, like Duet Net Abyss, Neverness to Everness, Project Mugen, Zero Familia, all these other games, Arknight's Enfield as well is another one. All these games coming out, and
like that
I
is
just
way
will
too
not
much.
have the time nor energy to go through all those, and so I'm gonna have to like get rid of or like stop playing some of the games I'm currently playing, and Honkai Star Rail is at the top of my list for the reasons I stated in this video. Anyway, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or dislike, leave a hate thread, and unsubscribe if you want to. Again, no hard feelings. I'll see you in the next one if you ever want to come back to this channel. But for those of you that do want to stick around, then I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Great fucking video, man. I thought it was fucking fantastic. People might not be able to handle a different person's opinion, but I thought it was really fucking good. I do 1,000,000% agree that if Honkai Star were to use more dynamic camera angles, and if they were to use more telling with cutscenes rather than just, or more showing with cutscenes rather than just telling with static dialogue, I think the game would be better. And I think if you disagree with that, you are heavily biased, and you just kind of don't know how the proper game structure should be told. But that's just my opinion. Great fucking video, dude. Great fucking vid. Holy shit, that was great. God damn. This is another video. There's no Tectone opinion of the Honkai Star Rail 2.2 story. Oh god. I can't be fucked to watch that. All right, boys. I am sick. I am very under the weather. But I got through a 2.5-hour stream, which I'm very happy about. I'm going to go to the gym, work out, and focus on recovering. I appreciate all you guys being here. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. This was great. Thank you, everybody who showed up and gave me a follow. I hope you all had some fun. Find out what horrific shit I did next time. Yep, I'll probably go blow up an orphanage or something. Love you guys. We're going to stream more starting soon. I just got to stop being sick first. I got to figure out what I want to do on stream. And yeah, thank you guys for everybody who joined the Discord, posting the Daily Scramble. Thank you, mods, for taking care of everything. And just thank you guys for chilling here and being with me. I really do appreciate that shit. Ethan, thank you so much. But don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Daily streams are continuing, and we'll see what happens from here. Love y'all. See y'all real soon. Have a good fucking day. Catch y'all next time. Peace, boys.